Entertainment journalist websites suck dick. The idea behind these websites is they're meant to be your one-stop shop of all things entertainment. If you were a Shutter Island inmate, their articles suck, their opinions are bullshit. The whole website is just a playground of hate, anger, and all things evil, like the opposite of Powerpuff Girls. Now, are all of their articles bad? No. But are any of them of any use ever? Absolutely fucking not. My biggest problem with these articles is the part where you actually have to read. These articles are written like Facebook content for boomers. And we all hate boomers, right guys? The whole mechanics of how these websites function makes you want to gouge your sight orbs out. The writer's whole goal in these articles is to write as long as possible, which lets them include more keywords in their article for Google's SEO to help them rank higher. Plus they also get to add a little more of these game ads, which I've never actually played. But this is why a news article from one of these sites will have about 2 sentences of actual news, and the rest is just some mumbo jumbo they put together so it fits a page, and they can call what they're doing a job. Like, look at this. This bit of information could have been a tweet, man. Everything is just so long and drab. I'm in your article, okay? You've clickbaited me. I'm in here listening to your bullshit. So can you just get to it? But why would they do that? You know, it's their first time feeling this feeling. But at least in these news articles, even if you had to read the fucking instruction manual of a Motorola flip phone while reading these articles, you still get something out of it. You know, at the end of the day, there's some news. But these opinion pieces, now this is where you get me to go from this to this. You know, the idea behind an opinion piece is, oh, I got an opinion. Oh, well, the internet's made it to where my garbage cocksucking opinion can be heard by millions. I guess I gotta say it. But in these opinion pieces, you're expecting something spicy, you know, something to ruffle your nutsack a little bit. Or even if it isn't spicy, just a passionate voice can make it interesting. But there is none of that in these articles whatsoever. These articles pretty much all sound like that one zombie from Resident Evil 1.
Today hungry and eat doggy food.
We all love Joe Pesci, right? People say his best role is in Goodfellas, but come on, what are we talking here? We all know it's really that one movie with MJ's pocket boom boom. But just look at how dumb this article is. You see the way they say, but these are his 4 genuine masterpieces. Makes you think, oh, so this list is gonna show me some of the obscure gems of Joe Pesci's. And they show Goodfellas. What? Goodfellas? Is that a knockoff of Nice Guys? The Irishman? Do they mean the British gent? If there were an Olympics for good takes, Collider would be a fucking dumb ass. I think the real reason I hate these websites is they completely reek of clickbait and ragebait without having any value to offer whatsoever. Look, I'm making videos on YouTube, so I get wanting to clickbait. But even if I clickbait, I try my best to make sure that while you're watching my video, you're at least having fun. But look at this paragraph. This motherfucker set up some shit and tried to reverse it, only for him to backtrack and go back to what he was saying originally. This was all in 3 sentences. What the fuck was the point of that? This guy says Scorsese films aren't the only films Pesci was good in, only for 3 out of his 4 movies to be Scorsese films. What? It really feels like the only reason he wrote that first paragraph is because he wrote the article and then he came up with an eye-catching title which didn't really match the article, so he created that first paragraph to let him use that title and then segue into his real article. You're not fooling me, Jeremy, you bitch. There is no personality in any one of these articles, and even when they try to have one, it just gets into that weird, how do you do, fellow kids? It's like their whole business model is to pick the most generic ass opinion out there in the void and go, so do I just regurgitate this bullshit, or do I make myself seem different? And even when they actually have an original idea, it's based on a fake premise. Look at this article. This motherfucker said Armin from Attack on Titan is underrated. You know, the guy who is one of the main characters the show focuses on pretty heavily, who becomes the leader of the Scouts and saves humanity from the big bad. Oh, who also narrates the fucking show? That guy's underrated? The whole reason for these websites to exist is to just beat the living shit out of the dead horse on any topic that's currently relevant just to get traffic on their websites. By any means possible. Lying, creating false narratives, rage bait. There is not a single iota of passion or integrity in these goddamn websites. Which, to be honest, from my perspective, just feels like a bad idea for them. Because even if they get the clicks, we all think you're dicks. I mean, at this point, these websites have just become areas where people can just gather together online and make fun of as a hobby, which I guess is pretty good for me. I get to make a video on it. I just hate these websites so much because they clickbait me, okay? They get me pretty good with the title. And I actually end up reading the soulless clackings of a bored 30-year-old trying to earn another peanut on his weekly earnings of 2 peanuts and half a potato.